Are you able to still watch games and follow games, or is it?
I mean, this year has been a little different for me because I'm a hoop head. Like, I love hoop. I've always loved it. I've always watched most games every night. This year's just been a little different. I think just because, obviously, I watch hoop, but not as much as I did. The game is changing, so it's kind of tough to watch. You know, how the game is being played. But you know, that's my ultimate goal, to get back in the league, obviously, and I'm gonna stay connected at all times. But I don't watch actual games as much as I did. I don't.
Yeah.
You got a prediction on who you think is coming out of East or West? Any teams you think are clear cut?
Honestly, I don't think nobody can beat Brooklyn in 4 times.
Right.
You know, on paper that is.
Right.
Obviously, we haven't really seen them go through any adversity altogether. So I think that's the biggest question mark. But out of the East, I mean, I'm going to go with Brooklyn. And then, I mean, you can't really count LeBron out until he's down and out.
All the way out.
So, yeah. So
that's what we always say.
It got to go through L.A. in the West, but it will be tough for them boys. It will be.
Great.
How do you feel about the elite guard play that we continue to witness?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, them guards, what you got? Lillard, you got Kyrie, James Harden.
Yeah.
Steph has turned it up the last 2 months.
Russ.
Westbrook's a cheat code. I mean, you know, them top 10 point guards, it's like any given night they can give you 50. So that's the scary part about it. But
you fall right in that category.
It's dope to watch that, though, because, you know, the game is about that guard position. Obviously, the wings and KD and LeBron, and the list goes on in that. But, you know, the guards are carrying the league right now. And I think it's at a good space right now with that because, I mean, I'm a scoring guard, and you got to be a scoring guard to be effective.
Right.
In today's game.
So you're how far removed from your Boston year? 4 years since you were in Boston?
For 2017.
So it's kind of crazy to think how much it's changed from a standpoint of how many more shots point guards are taking now.
Oh, no.
And you take 15 threes, and that's cool.
Yeah, and it's fine.
Yeah,
like,
that's fine. That's just three-pointers. That's not total shots.
They're pushing you to shoot that. So it's crazy. We be having talks about that, me and my homie, Jamal Crawford, which you guys know.
Shout out, fam. We need you on the show, fam.
Shout out Showtime. Showtime.
We need you on there. Just how in 4 years the game's changed.
That's what I was saying. Since you
like even when I was playing, you know, at my peak at that year, the scores were still 98 to 100 maybe. Now you see regulation, it's 145 to 140.
It's a lot of shot attempts.
You know, the numbers are magnified now, obviously, because with the way the game is played.
Yep.
But I mean, you still got to go out there and produce. So you know, them guards that's doing that at a high level are doing an amazing job night in and night out.
So the guys you had just mentioned, you know, some of the elite guards, you had good battles against all of them. In particular, Steph, Westbrook, and CP3. Tell us about some of the battles you had with those three.
Man, Steph, it started early with Steph just because, you know, that Sac and Golden State little connection. My first 3 years, you know, they wasn't, you know, who they obviously were for like 6, 7 straight years, but we had them battles. And, you know, going against Steph, you got to be locked in, you know, from once he get the ball in bounds because he's that special. Westbrook is probably always my toughest cover because, you know, obviously he's way bigger than me, but he's on go from the tip-off to you know, the buzzer sounds. And then CP3 is just OG. He's been someone I've always looked up to, you know, since I was since he got in the league, when I was in high school and even, you know, a few years before that. So he's always tough in a different way because he's the best leader out there. He'll do whatever it takes to win.
Crafty.
He's the one where you hate playing against him, but when you're on his team, you love it because he's that competitive and he'll do whatever it takes. But, you know, other than them 3 guards, like, obviously I battle with them, but like I said, the guard list is heavy. It's every night. Like, you got, when I first got in the league 10 years ago, it was probably 6, 7 of them where you really had to get your sleep before the night, you know, before that game. Now it's like almost
every night
where you can't be like, oh, that's gonna be an easy one, you know. So it's competitive out there for them guards.
Well, you just said it. He's a cheat code. How do you feel? Your thoughts on Russ breaking the Oscar record?
It's crazy because if you go back on all them interviews with, you know, the top Magic Johnson, everybody who talked about, you know, that record would never be broken. It's like,
right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all you gotta, that's all you gotta explain. Like, he really broke a record that nobody thought. It was like a John Stockton record.
Right.
Obviously, that's probably never gonna be broken here,
Right.
but that triple W, and it happened within 5 years, really, like where he really turned up. So, Westbrook is a different animal, and I think that's why he doesn't always get the credit he deserves, because, he shoots it straight at you.
Yeah.
And, everybody don't like that. But he deserves everything and more. He's one of the best point guards that ever played the game.
By far.
Ever.
Absolutely. You actually have the record for the shortest point guard to record a triple-double, right? So tell us about that night.
Man, we was
You was going get boards, or they was falling to you.
I don't know how.
Stealing them.
I don't know. Nah, they was coming. They was just dropping in my lap. Because that's one thing in my whole career, like, ever since I was a little boy, I'm like, I'm probably never going to get that. Like, a triple-double. So I remember we was playing the Wizards in SAC. It was my 3rd year. And I might have had like 12 boards that game. I don't know how, but I got it. And after the game, they gave me the ball, and they were like, "You're the shortest person in NBA history to get." And I was like, "Well, shit, at least I got something for it." So I can go. I don't think anybody shorter than me is gonna, get a triple double.
Man. It's hard for the 6'8" guy to get 10 rebounds.
That's tough. That's why I give all respect to Westbrook, whether he's chasing rebounds or not. Like, you got to go out there and do it.
He makes it look so easy. That's why I don't think people appreciate it no more. Because you'll look up real quick and like, damn, he's got 9 in the first quarter.
They don't.
And they just don't appreciate it because he makes it look like it's not that. That shit is hard to do.
Exactly.